and this was going to be covered by Star Sports and a lot
Oh,
of
wow.
media people. Yeah, so that was very like interesting to me, and I thought ki I should be part of it. I shouldn't miss out on this. And my exams were going on. I hope my mom doesn't listen to me, but
Hello everyone, this is Tanmay and I welcome you to this episode of Fan Club India. In today's episode, I have two guests from the blue side, but it's not from Manchester. It's the blue side of London. Today, I have two passionate Chelsea fans who are the member of Chelsea Pune Supporters Club. Hence, I would like to welcome Siddharth Chiplunkar and Akshay Kadam from Chelsea Supporters Club. So, Siddharth bhai, Akshay bhai,
hi,
how are you, bros? कैसे हो?
yeah,
Good,
we
good.
are good,
How are you?
good.
So, bros, my routine question for everyone is what's your first football encounter, how you guys started falling fell in love with this amazing sport, and how you guys started following Chelsea. So Siddharth, by starting with you, what's your story?
Okay, so initially, as every other kid in India plays cricket, so I also started with cricket. But back in my high school days, there was a time when I was not selected for the team, so I was left out because of my height. So it was one of like the reasons why I started hating cricket. But that time, football came in my life because one of my friends used to join some local club here, and we used to play at a Ferguson ground, Chetak Football Club. So that's how I got introduced to the game, and that's how I started playing. And then we come to know because I was 2004 when we started playing football. So that time nothing was much was available in
Right.
terms of like footage or everything. So that's when India came in the market when they used to broadcast the matches. Everything got started later on. So when I started watching football, there was 6 seasons. So when Chelsea was already champion year before that, and that's how I started following the club. This is a champion club, so I started following with the likes of Terry's and Lampard and Drogba's in that team. And there was like first World Cup that I saw, 2006 World Cup as well, Germany World
Right.
Cup. That was my first actual World Cup which I saw with a lot of knowledge behind it, and that's when I started watching.
Great.
So since it's been all good, so that's when we come to know that there's a league structure, there's a country-wide structure, there's a two different structures in football as well. So in that we got introduced to the game, and later, like in our friend circle, it was much more like everybody was following different clubs. So we had rivalries within ourselves. In that way, also we started following different clubs, and then we like used to have banter, early
Right.
banter.
Right, right. Great, that was a great to hear that story. So what's your story, Akshay bhai? What would you like to say?
Hi. So like Sid said, ki every kid in our country like would start with cricket. So I started out with cricket as well, but then like 2006 and though that era was when we started following football. Matlab, that was the year where I started watching World Cup. Initially, my introduction to football was through World Cup.
Right.
So I watched that World Cup, and later on, I was not into club football. I didn't watch much of club football, but I used to play FIFA 8. So as kids, so we used to play that with my friends, and that's how we started supporting clubs. That's a funny story. We selected this is my club, this is your club. So that's how we started choosing clubs. So that's how I got into like it's Chelsea's my club. So I'll start supporting that. Yeah.
Great. So, guys, how you guys came up with the idea of there should be a supporters club in Pune for Chelsea? Like, how many people were there at the start? How was this first screening? Like, how you guys became official? Siddharth bhai.
Uh, yeah, so as you know, Chelsea is a Chelsea India supporters club. So we are not just city-wide, but it's nationwide supporters club. So the initial supporters club was started in Mumbai 2006 when 4 or 5 people came up with the idea of starting something like supporters club because one of them had been to London and he saw
Oh,
that culture of being a supporters club at a pub and come and watch the games together. So that guy came up with the idea and they started in Mumbai. So later on, every other city we try to connect to one of the members, maybe through Orkut or Facebook. In that time, we try to connect to people and get to know about their city and fans in that city. So in that way, Pune was in picture in 2013 when one of our friends Janak was the founder member of CISC Pune. So Yug from Mumbai contacted Janak, and he told that Pune is a definitely big hub for the football supporters as well, rising hub. So you can start. So he got to no idea of how to do that. Then we like contacted different venues for screenings, and of course gathering the fans
Right.
through social media, everything. And I got added in the club 1 year later to that 14-15 season in October, when one of my other friends Akshay was not this Akshay, the other Akshay. So that he's in Germany right now. He was also one of the initial members. So he got me to the first screening, and he let me know what we do in training. Before that, I was not aware of trainings and everything. So my first training was Chelsea against United. Early days wise, it was like max 20-30 people would come to screenings, and maybe we'll enjoy together. But later on, within this 7 years journey, we reached to a mark when like 100 people come to screening
Wow.
nowadays. So on average, that's a good count. For the big games, we definitely have more than 150 count as well, and in that way, we are growing. So now we have all that access to the social media and everything. So before that, it was only through the Facebook or maybe Orkut that time. So that time we started connecting to different people, and now we are a good family. And now we have like across 600 people across three groups
Wow.
in Pune.
Wow. That's so great. Whenever I used to come to Pune in a screening about Chelsea game, it was always fun. There were huge number of Chelsea fans, and it was always fun. So Akshay bhai, there was Trophy to Revenue
Yeah,
in 2017, and you met Chelsea legend Torre Andre Flo. So how was that
yeah.
entire experience for you? Like how was it? How would you describe it?
It was completely different, man. You get to see a player that, मतलब, you have watched highlights. I didn't watch him play. Obviously, I started supporting a club quite later on. But you have watched the highlights of that player, and you get to see him. You get to meet him. You get a picture with him. So that's a completely different experience. You get to see him. You get to talk to him for a bit. But still, that's a experience you cherish for a lifetime because it's incredible.
Great, great. So there is one story of Blue Arena. So Siddharth bhai, please explain me what is exactly a Blue Arena is. And there is one more story. I'll come to you, Akshay bhai, that you have one fascinating story about Blue Arena. So for Siddharth bhai, tell me what is Blue Arena?
Yeah, so as I told you, we are Chelsea India Supporters Club. So we are doing this event at a national level. So 5 years ago, we came with the idea that once in a year, for one mega screening, we'll do an event called Blue Arena that will consist of four different factors. We'll start the day with the five-a-side futsal tournament within the different cities. For example, Pune will play Mumbai, Mumbai will play Kolkata. Like that,
Right,
teams will come and they'll play. All Chelsea fans. That we'll do. Second thing is FIFA. FIFA gaming would be done as well. Third thing is the football quiz, Chelsea quiz related to maybe from difficult to easy question, whatever. And then by the end, we'll have a screening. That's the end of event. So those four things at one like at one full day, we all are like Chelsea brother in one hut together. So we
right.
came with this idea that we'll have to do it across different cities and different locations of India. So we started with Mumbai, of course, because we had to start at a location where we have a huge number of fans. So for 2 years we did in Mumbai. Third one was in Pune. Fourth one
Wow.
was in Bangalore, and fifth was in Kolkata. So five editions are completed as of now, and sixth one because of pandemic we're not able to do it, but this was planned in Chennai for this year. But unfortunately, because of pandemic,
Yeah,
we're not able to do that. So
yeah,
maybe next time we'll do it. And likewise, we are trying to connect all across India, like major cities first, and then we can go to different other small cities as well. So that gives us more like exposure to some other fan base, some other people. We get to know more people. We also get to travel and see the match. So it feels like a away fans
yeah. Right,
experience as well.
right,
Sometimes that
right.
you travel to some place and watch a game or even play for a tournament. So it's all about Chelsea, and we all do this once in a year basis.
Okay. That's a very great initiative. When it's a football connects people and it shows that you are connecting with people. It's so great. And you mentioned the Chelsea trivia. It was tough. So let's see how much you're prepared for it, which I'll ask you later on. So, but first come to Akshay bhai. What was that story of Blue Arena? There's some fascinating story you have.
So this was during Mourinho's second term at Chelsea. It was his second season where we were
Yeah, that I
winning
believe.
the title. So
Yeah,
Chelsea India created a buzz around it. Our supporters club created a buzz around this Blue Arena, and this was going to be covered by Star Sports and a lot
Oh
of
wow.
media people. Yeah, so that was very like interesting to me, and I thought I should be part of it. I shouldn't miss out on this. And my exams were going on. I hope my mom doesn't listen to me, but during during my exams, so I see in Pune, and I never been to Mumbai. Like I've never been to Mumbai a lot of times. So 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 I told my mom ki I'm going to library to study for my exam the next day.
Oh wow.
And then I called a few Chelsea India guys and said ki Arey, I have to come there. So they helped me ki there were few other peoples who wanted to come to Mumbai. So CISC Pune helped me ki we have some arrangements, so you guys can come to Mumbai on that day. So I went to Mumbai. I enjoyed a lot. Like there was everything to enjoy there. So like, I enjoyed a lot, and I came home late that day. So I had carried my Chelsea jersey in my bag, which I wore at the venue where the Blue Arena was conducted. And while getting back, I had to change back to my original clothes that I was
Right.
wearing.
Great, great,
That
great.
was
So,
a fun story.
great, great. I hope you were
Yeah,
passed in that exam next day. I hope so you don't have to get the skills. So guys, let's come on to this
yeah,
season.
that's a story for another day.
So guys, let's come on to this season. So what are your thoughts on this season? Like how would you assess the season? Like what has Chelsea how Chelsea performed and how what are your thoughts on Frank Lampard's appointment? Starting with the Chelsea that by what would you like to say?
Yes, so definitely this season was going to be tough because we lost Hazard first of all, major departure from last season, and then we had transfer ban as well. So there was no chance we will get anything like a replacement for him. So and at the same time, Sari was also leaving. So there was also new manager has to be appointed. The club did right thing in appointing Lampard because he knows the club very well. He knows the club's like inside out. So he knows the youth and already been working with Mason Mount and Tomori last year with Derby County. So directly could use them in the first team.
Right.
Secondly, it was proper. The Chelsea guys at the backroom staff helped the academy boys to come into the first team. And when we have transfer ban, we have to use the talent. There's no option. So they did it quite like in a good way. I mean, definitely season is going to be tough, but we're still in the fourth position, which is pretty good achievement for us. And as of now, I think we are still in Champions League. Of course, it's a tough second leg to come, but still we managed to pass the group stages, and we're still in the FA Cup as well. We beat Liverpool. So if we can like manage FA Cup by somehow this season, that'll be a great achievement. And if we stay in top four, obviously that's going to help us because we already got two good signings lined up for next season.
Yeah.
So based on that, I think we have to finish season on a high note. And I think top four and maybe FA Cup would be good enough.
Great, great. What would you like to add, Akshay bhai? First, tell me how much excited are you when the football is back after the lengthy break?
Yeah,
So, like, how much excited are
yeah,
you to?
I'm so excited. Like I would have been fine if the league was suspended or or declared null and void. I would have been fine with that. But it's good. It's good. Like I'm excited to watch Chelsea. So that's there. And like Sid said, ki 50% of our goals Hazard was involved, and we are missing that. But I think Lampard has done well with the squad he has right now. So my realistic expectations were top six at the start of the season, but as the season progressed, we have progressed,
Right.
and I think top four is the expectation right now. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's my expectation from the team.
Yeah, to add to that, first game was 4-0 defeat to United. That was like
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was like Lampard out on game one.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Hmm?
but it's good that we
Good,
had
good to know.
like shown some patience
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then we
yeah.
progressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, great. So, guys, it was fun talking to you about Chelsea Supporters Club Chelsea this season. So now we'll wrap up this episode with the game of Chelsea trivia. And I asked you which season should I cover, and you said 11, 12. So I hope you guys are prepared well to go with. So I have 6 questions lined up, three for each one of you, three for Siddharth, three for
Okay.
Akshay. But I have lined from
Okay.
Okay.
1 to 6. So I have to be fair that which question should go to whom. So I'll go with the toss. So I have a coin in my one hand. You guys have to guess. So I'll ask Akshay bhai, in which hand I'm holding
Uh,
the coin? In my right or in my left? My right or my left?
Uh, your left.
Well, I am holding coin in my left. So yes, you won the toss. So would you like to go first or would you like to go second? Like you would like Siddharth to start
I'd like to go second.
second. Okay,
I'd
cool.
like to see the level of questions here.
So like first two, like, the first. So I ask you three questions. One, two, three. So first question will be worth 1 point. Second will be worth 2 points, and third will be worth 3 points. And why they'll worth, I'll tell you as the question progresses. So first two are easy questions. So for the first one
Okay.
question are easy for you. So first question for Siddharth Bhai, easy one. So it is regarding season 11-12. Okay. So Chelsea,
Yeah.
who scored Chelsea's first Premier League goal that season?
Ooh.
And if I'll ask you, if you answer, I'll ask Akshay Bhai, and if he gives the right answer, he'll get the point. So you have to make sure you get it right. And plus, this is a friendly. If you guys want to make this my some interesting like a challenge, loser has to do this, that. I have no problem with that. You guys can play a friendly game.
Yeah.
Okay, so your question is who scored the first Premier
Was it
League goal for Chelsea?
Juan Mata?
Okay,
No. It wasn't.
Akshay Bhai, what do you think is right or your other answer?
He's not. He's not right because Juan Mata was signed a bit
Ah, right,
later.
right. He
Yeah,
was Champions League debut scorer. Right.
yeah. Our this thing. Our first game was a draw, but I don't remember the goal scorer in the
Siddharth Bhai, you
this
want to
thing.
change your answer? Now you know that he's not right
It was
answer.
2-1, 2-1 against West Brom. The next game, I don't remember the scorers. I guess.
So Siddharth Bhai, you want to change your answer and
Was
give
it
another answer?
Sturridge?
Okay. What do you think, Akshay Bhai? Is he right?
Right.
Is he right?
I
So you
think
wanna-
I think he's right.
Okay,
Because he
so
was top goal scorer in the league, shared with Lampard.
okay.
That's why.
So Akshay Bhai, your guess was right that it was 2-1, but the correct answer is Nicholas Anelka.
Oh.
Anelka scored the first goal for Chelsea against West Brom.
Okay.
Okay, so now the question for Akshay Bhai. That
Uh,
season, in the summer of 2011, Chelsea signed midfielder from La Masia. Who was that? La Masia, Barcelona B team. Who was that midfielder?
Oriol Romeo.
Siddharth Bhai, is he right?
Correct.
It is the correct answer. So 1-0 to Akshay Bhai. So now I'll ask the second question. It is quite tough. So it is about 2 points. So the catch is that if you answer without the hint, you'll get 2 points. If you guys ask me,
Okay.
give answer after, then you'll get 1 point. Okay.
Okay.
So first question for Siddharth Bhai.
Hmm.
Which player got the first red card in the Premier League for Chelsea that season? If you want to take a hint, I'll give you a hint. No problem with that. Which Chelsea player got the first red card that season in the Premier League?
Okay, in the Premier League. Okay. I need a hint.
You want a hint? Okay.
Yeah.
That player scored in that game. He scored in that game also and got the red card. And this player is currently a retired player.
Torres.
Akshay Bhai. Is Siddharth Bhai
I think
right?
it,
Siddharth Bhai
It was
right?
Swansea game, I think. 4-2.
right. Siddharth
Well,
is right. I think.
Siddharth Bhai, your answer is correct. It was Fernando Torres. It was Swansea 4-1. He scored a goal and got a red card at 39 minutes. So you took a hint, so you get 1 point. So score is now 1-1.
1 point, yeah.
Yeah, Akshay Bhai,
Yeah.
but Akshay Bhai, you have one question, so you can take a good lead. So Akshay Bhai, your question is this is
Yeah.
very quite tough question. Okay, so Chelsea's
Okay.
League Cup run ended against Liverpool when they lost 2-0. But before that, they faced Everton and defeated them 2-1 in extra time. Okay, so winner was scored in extra time, but who scored for Chelsea in the normal time? Who was the Chelsea goal scorer? Chelsea first goal scorer in that game. This is quite tough question.
It's quite tough. I'll take the hint.
Okay, cool. This player is currently playing for Hertha Berlin, and he was now you might give and he was wearing number 21 on that day.
Is it Kalo?
Siddharth Bhai,
Right.
is he right?
Yes, right.
So
right.
Akshay Bhai, your answer is right. It was Salman Kalu. You get the 1 point, and now you're reading 2-1 on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So now this is the third question. This is about 3 points. So Siddharth Bhai, you can make a good comeback. You have opportunity to score 3 points in this question. I'll tell you why this is what 3 points. It has three answers. Okay, so you have to give me all. If you give me three answers, you get 3 points. If you give me two answers, you get 2 points. If you give one, you get 1 point. Okay. Another question for Siddharth Bhai. This is a quite easy question. So Chelsea won the Champions League in 2011-12. Like it was like amazing Chelsea campaign. But who were with Chelsea in the Group E? Which were the three other teams who were in the group stage of the Champions League that season?
Leverkusen, Valencia, Genk.
It was so confident. It was very confident. So
Chemistry, you can ask me anything.
Akshay, is he right? Akshay, is he right?
Easy, very easy.
So
Can't get that wrong.
The score is 4-2. Siddharth Bhai, you got all three right. But problem is that now Akshay Bhai, you can get all three right and you get the right answer. You win the trivia, or you can get a two answer right or draw the trivia at least. But problem is that you have a very tough question in the hands. So Chelsea also won the FA Cup that season, beating Liverpool 2-1 in the final. Okay, but who did Chelsea face in round of 32, 69 quarterfinals? So 3 games before the semi-final.
Round of 32s and semi-finals.
No, not semi-final. Before semi-final. 3 games before semi-final. 32, 16 and quarterfinals. Who were those 3 opponents of Chelsea? You have to get 3 right to win the
any order, right?
Any order. No, I want 3 names. Who were those 3 teams?
Leicester was one.
Okay.
Birmingham City was the other.
Okay.
And QPR, I guess.
Okay, these are your 3 answers. Siddharth Bhai, out of those 3, how many are right? And if any one is wrong, which is the correct one?
I think QPR was not there. QPR we beat in the league. So third round was Portsmouth 4-0. Fourth round was I think Birmingham. Di Matteo's first game or something.
Okay.
I think 2 are right.
Okay.
Third one.
Okay.
I know Portsmouth, but that's I think third round.
Okay. So Akshay Bhai, now the score is 4-2 to Siddharth Bhai, and you need 3 answers to get right to win the trivia, or at least 2 to get right to draw the trivia. So out of 3 answers, you guessed all 3 are correct. It was Birmingham and Leicester. And Siddharth Bhai, you said Portsmouth. It was in round of 64.
It was before, third round. It was before QPR.
Yeah, it was before QPR. So, so Akshay Bhai, you gave all the right answers. So you won the trivia 5-4. So congratulations.
Thank you.
It was fun having you guys. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. It was really fun talking to you, and all the stories you shared. It was quite amazing. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So guys, stay safe. Take care. Let's enjoy the football. Bye.
Yes, same to you. Bye. Bye.
Same to you.